Hello creative mind, welcome to another project where I'll be showing you how you can make a palazzo Ankara fit just as seen here. So this fit has a slit at the hemline. If this is something you are interested in learning, then do well to stick with me as I'll be sharing with you how you can go about making this free Ankara prints palazzo. So this palazzo can be worn separately, or you can also make a crop top that you can style it with, and it's going to look very nice. Without further ado, let's get right into the cutting and also the sewing tutorial. Don't forget to follow, like, share and comment. So I'm gonna head to fold my African print here, which I'll be using for this tutorial. I folded it using my crotch measurements, and I added about 1.5 inches for ease. So you can also go ahead and use your hip measurement to measure this and add about 4 inches. So I'm just going to go down by 2.5 inches, which is going to serve as my elastic points for this pants. And from that point, I'm just going to go ahead and measure the length that I need for this. I did about 40 inches. You can do more or you can do less, depends on what you want. Then the remaining 2 inches is going to be used to fold the hemline of this pants. So the next step now is to go down and impute my hip measurements that I'm working with, which is about 9 inches. Then for my hip measurement, I went down by 2 inches. That 2 inches is now going to serve as my crotch line. So just go ahead and highlight it just the way I'm doing here. So next now is to go ahead at the hip line. I'm going to impute my round hip measurements, divide by 4, then I added extra 1 inches for ease. I'll also do the same at the top part of this pants, because this is a free pants. I'll be using an elastic at the top part. Then I extended it to my crotch line. Then at my crotch line, I went out by 2.5 inches because I'm working with a plus size for this pants. So if you're not on the big side, you can do 2 inches or 1.8 inches. So what I have at my crotch line, I measured it, and that's what I'm imputing at the hemline of this pants. So if you don't want yours to be too wide, just like mine came out, so you can just do your hip measurements at the hemline. So your round hip measurements divided by 4 plus your 1 inch is what you should impute at the hemline if you don't want yours too wide. So that's basically it for the front part. We're just going to go ahead and cut this out. Then we're going to place this on our back piece to draft out the back piece. So I'm also going to be opening up the side. I'm going to be cutting out the top part, and I will open up the side because this is a pants and we're going to be joining it together later on. So for the back piece, I'm just going to be adding extra 3 inches. So for instance, if the front piece I measured a total of 14 inches, so for the back piece it will be 17 inches. So I'm just going to be placing the front piece on my back piece like so, and pin it down so it doesn't move. So at the crotch line, I will extend it by 3 inches for the back. This is just to give the bum room to sit properly, as this is a free pant and we don't want it too tight. So from that point, I'm just going to curve it down straight down to the hemline of my pants. So if you can recall, I did 3 inches at the hemline. So from that 3 inches, I just curved it down a little all the way to the down part. So as I'm drawing it to the down length of the pants, the 3 inches will be reducing. Just make sure it's just a little curvy. So that's basically it for the cutting of the front and back. So the next step now is to go ahead and impute our slits for the front pants. So the slit is basically just a design that is very easy to make. So what I did is to just get the midpoint of the hemline of my pants. After getting the midpoint, I went ahead to just mark it. So ensure that you are measuring it appropriately. So after measuring it, I'm just going to get the midpoints using my tape. Then I'm just going to mark it. Then I'll also go up by 5 inches. So you can do more than 5 inches if you want your slits at the front to be very long, but I did just 5 inches. Then at that point I mark, I also ensure that I get the midpoint as well, so that I will get an accurate straight line for my slits. And I'm going to be joining the two lines together just like I did here. Then I'm going to use my scissors to cut it open like so. So I'm also going to go ahead and cut an interfacing for this slit. So this interfacing is what I'm going to be using to turn it over, just like the way you use interfacing to turn your neck depth. So that's basically how we're going to be closing this slit. I'm doing it this way because I feel it's going to give a very neater outlook. So by the time I turn it over, I'll just use hemming gum to just lap everything in place. So after cutting it, the next step now is to go ahead and start stitching. And the first step is for us to turn our front trouser with our interfacing, which I have done here, just like you see. So next now is to go ahead and join the crotch of our front piece. I'll join the crotch of the front piece, and I'll also go ahead and join the crotch of the back piece as well. So I'm done joining the crotch of both pieces, and the next step now is to put them together and join the down part and also join the sides. And our pants is almost ready, guys. So just go ahead and match it properly. Then I'll go ahead and pin the crouch area together just like so. Then I'll stitch this part all the way down. Then I'll also go ahead and close up my trouser at the sides as well, and I'll come back for you to see. So this is how it looks by the time I was done. So if you have a whipping machine, go ahead and whip all the edges. I've also gone ahead to close up my slits neatly with my hemming gum. So go ahead and weave your trouser and give it a good press. So the next step now is to go ahead and fold in. So I left an opening at the top part as I'll be using it to impute my elastic. So I'll just go ahead and fold in my 2 inches and I'll give it a good press. So after folding it in, I went ahead to just run a stitch all the way. So the next step now is to run a stitch at the top part about 0.3 inches up, just to give it a nice design. So after running the stitch at the top again, so the next step now is to go ahead and impute my elastic all the way around this pants. So this is what it looks like by the time I was done imputing my elastic all the way around. So the next step now is to go ahead and fold in the down part and stitch it in. So I fold it in and I gave it a good press before stitching, and guys, this is what it looks like. Our pants is ready. I hope you learned something from this tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment and share, and I'll definitely be seeing you in my next video, guys. Bye.